So hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be recording a game that I absolutely love called Okami. It's kind of got that Japanese art style of watercolors and brush, as well as a lot of very interesting Japanese mythology behind it. So very good game when it comes to that. Great RPG. So without further ado, let's check it out. I also love the fact that you play as a wolf. Very odd character choice. So here's the intro story. Again, very much with all the brushwork. So, long ago, a tiny hamlet known as Kamiki lay nestled in a grove of proud and beautiful cherry blossoms. Each and every tree around the quiet burg was honored as a god. However, the village was not without its dark secrets. Oof. To satiate the appetite of Orochi, a fearsome cave-dwelling beast, a young maiden was offered as a sacrifice at the annual festival. With a body like a mountain and 8 heads mounted on necks the size of tree trunks, its blood-red eyes alone were said to curse anyone who gazed into them. No one dared disobey the horrific beast. When the night of the sacrifice drew near, a mysterious white wolf appeared outside the village. This wolf, its coat as brilliant as snow, was dubbed Shiranu, or Shiranui. I don't know. The wolf kept a watchful eye on anyone who ventured outside the village, and made a habit of patrolling the streets at night. People assumed the wolf to be a familiar of Orochi. One villager took it upon himself to face the fearsome Shiranu. The warrior Nagi attempted many times to challenge the wolf, but his attempts were thwarted by Shiranu's swift movements. Haha. Before long, the night of the accursed festival had arrived. A white-plumed arrow heralded the coming sacrifice. Piercing the sky, the arrow sunk its shaft squarely into the home of Nami, the village's most beautiful maiden. Nagi, harboring a secret love for Nami, was enraged by this sign. Determined to put an end to Orochi once and for all, Nagi traveled to the beast's cave in place of his beloved. Did he wear a dress? The Moon Cave, a place as dark as evil itself, served as Orochi's home. As Nagi stood bravely before the entrance, a beast appeared, eyes glowing crimson upon 8 thrashing necks. Orochi stood tall before him, anxious for another sacrifice. Nagi leapt with incredible grace, swinging his blade valiantly. On and on he sliced, well into the moonless night. But Orochi's hide was like steel. The blade left nary a scratch. At long last, Nagi, his energy spent from the intense battle, dropped to his knees, fatigued and gasping for breath. He knew he was staring death in the face. It was then that the wolf appeared. As if to protect Nagi, it stood its ground before Orochi. In the darkness of the cave, the wolf's coat shone brilliantly. Alas, it was Shiranu, the wolf that dwelled outside the village. Bearing its fearsome claws, Shiranu leapt toward Orochi. Orochi reared its terrifying heads, readying its fangs for battle. The two beasts struggled wildly, thrashing in the darkness. Mysterious and terrifying, the spectacle continued. Shiranu summoned gusts of divine wind to counter Orochi's flames. So I like that little... where they bring the brush out like that. As Orochi closed in on Shiranu, sharpened claws glistening. A gigantic tree suddenly sprouted forth, shielding the wolf. Shiranu fought gallantly to gain the upper hand. However, Orochi, protected by a mystical power, was not easily bested. Shiranu, covered in gashes, majestic coat dyed crimson, stood exhausted before the mighty Orochi. Orochi saw a chance to strike what would be the final blow. But Shiranu refused to give in. With its last ounce of strength, the majestic wolf gazed heavenward and unleashed a mighty howl. Suddenly, the black clouds overhead dissipated. The light from above glinted off Nagi's sword as a beacon of hope. Guided by his sword, Nagi, who had been taking shelter in the shadows, stood proudly to face his adversary. Channeling all of his strength into his scarred and battered arms, he leapt ferociously toward Orochi, his sword poised high. The golden sword danced in his hands like a puppet on a string. One by one, Orochi's fearsome heads separated from their owner. Orochi's broken body collapsed in a lake of its own blood. In that instant, the curse that plagued the villagers was lifted. Oh, hello, Internet. As the battle subsided, the sun shone once again in the sky. Shiranu had succumbed to Orochi's poison and struggled to breathe. Nagi scooped the beast into his arms and returned to Kamiki. Where they reached the village, Shiranu was no longer moving. The village elder gently stroked the wolf's head. In response, Shiranu let out a hoarse and pitiful bark, then closed its eyes and drifted off as if into slumber. Are you jealous that I'm playing a game about a dog? Peace had at last returned to Kamiki village. In honor of Shiranu's heroic exploits, the villagers erected a shrine and placed a statue of the wolf within it. Nagi's sword was christened Tsukiyomi and placed inside the moon cave. The villagers all looked forward to an age of endless peace. Because that always happens. However, this is not the end of the story. There is more to this tale than most people know. 100 years had passed since Nagi and Shiranu's heroic exploits. It happened so quickly that no one in the village even took notice. Uh-oh. So I like some interesting things that they pointed out. How, the sword seemed to get more powerful when the moon was shining. Is this the legendary sword? Is this Tsukiyomi, the sword that banished the dreaded Orochi? No, it couldn't be. It's just a legend. Nothing but a fairy tale. Oh shit. Instant karma. This guy has got to be the biggest idiot in the world. Oh, damn. Oh, shit. Oh, he who seeks power, who has broken my bonds. Speak the words, I wish darkness unto the world. Utter that prayer unto me, and unleash my power. Brown trousers time. Jeez, that thing needs got some nasty dental work. One of them hit its head. Bonk. Damn. It's like a freaking volcanic eruption. Even the sun gets blacked out. I almost feel like Orochi is a metaphor for like a volcano. A horrible tragedy suddenly swept over the land. However, there was one village that seemed to escape the terrible curse. The tiny settlement of Kamiki Village enjoyed the protection of a sacred tree. It is here that the real story begins. Boom! Well, hello. Wood Sprite Sakuya. How troublesome. This is just like the ancient prophecy of doom. This sarcasm, you can feel it. What has transpired to bring about such calamity? We must act quickly. There is no time to lose. My power has diminished over the years I've spent protecting this area. I don't have much time left in this world. Amaterasu, now is the time. We have never needed your power more. Shine your divine light upon this broken and polluted world. Let your heavenly rays become our hope as you guide us all. Yeah! That's no statue. Hell yeah. Okami Amaterasu. Ah, such divine white light, such beauty and grace. The only one capable of such a wondrous spectacle is none other than our mother and the origin of all that is, Amaterasu. So you're like the creator god of this world. How delightful to see that the savior, whose brave sacrifice sealed away the evil demon so many years ago, has not changed one bit. Seeing you emerge after so many years spent as a statue brings happiness to my heart. She's like, I don't care. Some god. Amaterasu, gaze above you and take in the condition of the sky. Since your untimely departure, I love the artwork in the background with all the waves and stuff. From our midst, the world has succumbed to devious and vicious beasts. They have ravaged our fine and bountiful country of Nippon. But never have the circumstances been worse than they are at this very moment. Please use your powers to banish the darkness and punish those who would do us harm. Huh? What is this? Something stolen its way into my robe? That? What on earth? It's a bug. You again? Ow, you nuts! Boy, for a little thing, you sure make a big fuss. I was just trying to make the conversation a bit more, interesting. That's all. Are you napping in my clothes again, Bug? Bug, I told you 1,000 times not to call me that. I'm a wandering artist. The name's Issen. He's like a Smurf. On steroids. I'll show you just how great I am, and it won't be long till you're bowing before my great brush. Hee-yah! Jesus. throws it at the Amaterasu. Nice artwork, man. But what do you think? Even cuter than the real thing, no? Boing, 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 boing. I wouldn't stand on her nose. That's kind of rude. What's with you, furball? You look kind of down in the dumps. Actually. You look kind of familiar. Got it. You look just like that statue of Shiranu. Fucking eats him. What do you think you're doing? Are you crazy? A handsome guy like me should never be covered in wolf slobber. You'll regret messing with the great Issen. Don't make me use my prized sword, Denkomaru, against you. I think you guys got bigger things to worry about than that. Whoa, what's that growling sound? Why is it so dark anyway? Oh great god Amaterasu. I've used all the power I have to protect Kamiki Village. The village lives on. Their spirits lie encased in my fruit. Cut it free, and the village will be reborn. I trust in you. I know that you will lead us down the right path. Only your awesome power can restore life to the world. Now the trees turned to normal, huh? That Sakia girl sure said some weird stuff. The villagers' spirits are being kept inside the fruit? Well, that's the fruit. That girl said that. If you cut it down, the village will be restored. But it's awfully high up there. If you don't use some kind of special power, there's no way you're gonna reach it. This darkness is really getting to me, too. A lot can happen while you're taking a nap. True story. Alright. Now we get to the gameplay. So, this game has a terribly long intro, but all that backstory becomes important later. And it'll come up, and I'll reference it multiple times throughout the playthrough. Where are we? It got awfully quiet all of a sudden. I don't remember any place like this in the village. Well, better keep our eyes peeled. You look helpless. You sure you're gonna be okay? Yeah, I'll be fine, Bug. Don't worry about it. Hold on. That's an origin mirror. They say once your reflection appears on its surface, your memories will be stored in the mirror for all eternity. So that's a save point. I like how the game actually goes out of its way to tell you to make sure to save multiple files in case you get stuck. More games should definitely do that. Sweet. Oh, it's been so long since I've played a PlayStation game, the buttons are weird. Look at all those pots, just waiting to be broken. This isn't Zelda. If you bust them, there might be something good inside. Yeah. But I do find it amusing that Amaterasu collects money in this game, and you can actually spend it at shops. People actually will sell the dog things, because, as you'll see later, it's pretty interesting how that works. Whoa, 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 hold on there, Furball, get a load of that. That chest looks mighty tempting. Let's go check it out. Getting up that high ought to be a piece of cake. So you can do wall jumps, and eventually I think you just get the power to double jump, period. Good luck is found in high places, so keep your eyes peeled. We don't want to miss any treasure. This is true. Holy bone! Amaterasu's favorite snack. What dog doesn't like bones? Alright. Looks like the bridge is out. This shouldn't be so hard. Amaterasu, was it? It's kind of long. Mind if I call you Amy? Listen, Amy. Ever heard of the spirits of the brush? Good brushwork has its own soul. At least that's what they say. Just watch. It'd take all day to explain. A picture's worth 1,000 words, right? Poof! Nice, huh? Just a little technique I've mastered called rejuvenation. It's one of many brush techniques that use divine power. It's a brush god power that can restore broken or missing things. I've practiced really hard just to master this one technique. But there are 13. Each one has the power of one of the 13 brush gods. Originally, all 13 were a single powerful deity. When the deity died, its power was split into 13 separate gods. The gods now dwell within objects all around us. But, god or no god, how could anyone have the power to master all 13? Amaterasu must be getting a kick out of this. River of the Heavens. River of the Heavens? They mean the fabled Stardust River? But I sure don't see anything like that around here. Couldn't be that little puddle over there, could it? No, it's not. Wow. Look at the stars twinkle. I haven't seen such a beautiful nighttime sky in ages. Are those stars forming a pattern, or is it just me? There's one missing. Guess I'll just have to draw the missing star. You missed. Bah! Looks like I'm just not ready to draw missing stars. Sure spent a heck of a lot of time practicing that. Let's see if I can do this. It's been so long. Got it. Oh yeah! Now we're talking. Damn, that dragon looks cool. Why if it isn't Mother Amaterasu? I apologize for not contacting you sooner during these long years. Having never forgotten you, I, Okami, God of Restoration, have eagerly awaited this day, when we could again meet. While you were away, 13 spirits of the brush that you once possessed, including myself, have been scattered across this land of men, and now lie in disarray. I became a constellation and managed to survive until now. The time has come for you to seek out and reunite all the techniques. Your power is what is needed to restore the dried riverbed of the heavens and renew the flow of stardust. Ba 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 ba. Well, that was Okami, the god of rejuvenation. No, really? That's what he just said. Wait, you have the power of rejuvenation now? Can you really use it to restore the river of the heavens? That would mean you were as good with the brush as yours truly. Nah, it couldn't be true. Meow. Who else could master this incredible god technique? Well, I don't know. Let's find out. Shall we? Yes, I'm aware. There's no way you could pull off a stunt like that. Really? You think so, huh? Let's find out. Let's see if I can get to a spot where I have a good view of everything. I guess this'll work. try to fill it in as much as possible. Poof! Whoa! River of Stardust! So this really must be the River of the Heavens. But what I really want to know is, who the heck drew the darn thing? I did. Duh. I kind of like it too, because you can just kind of draw whatever you really want, however you want it to look. Poof! Do all kinds of silly things. Bloop. So the meter over on the left is your celestial ink. Hiya! Astral pouch. Look what you found, Furball. This astral pouch here is amazing. It can swallow up lots of food. Then when it's full, it can revive its owner if he or she dies. Let's start feeding it whatever food we can find around here. These are kind of like your extra lives. So you'll start finding various fruits off of trees and things and inside containers. And they serve to fill up the pouch. So essentially, if you die in the game, you'll get revived. But in order to get your lives back, you have to collect more food. Interesting system. Alright. Let's move on. I love these little shoji gate things. Cool place. I wonder who built it. I also like how Amaterasu makes plants form behind her as she runs. Is this the legendary shrine? We must be in the cave of Nagi. The legendary hero Nagi is enshrined here. He vanquished evil 100 years ago with the help of the White Wolf Shiranu. First the River of the Heavens, now this place. Where the heck are we, Furball? Boy, this place is a wreck. See? That sword's in really bad shape. The gods sure didn't do much to protect this place. Hey man, I was asleep. Give me a break. Poof! Check out that brushwork, bug. That really was your brushwork all this time. How'd you get so good? Exactly who are you anyway? Hey, there's another constellation. This one looks like a mouse. Hiya! Holy shit, that mouse has got a huge sword. Tachigami. Well, if it isn't Mother Amaterasu. It's been a long time, and with all these monsters around, the only place I could hide was in this shrine dedicated to ancient heroes. If there is anything I can do to assist you in your endeavors, I am at your service. Make good use of this sword, as it was designed to conquer evil. Hell yeah, 2 out of 13. Hey, that was the god Tachigami, master of the power slash technique. Wait a minute. If you're getting all these powers, then you're just like that Shiranu. You know, the wolf who fought and died alongside the great Nagi. When Shiranu died, the wolf's power was split into 13 brush gods. This is crazy. It's just like the legend. Anyways, I've never seen this power slash technique myself. How about showing your stuff off on that boulder over there? Let me see you slice it in half. I won't believe it till I see it. Okay. Damn! I didn't think you had it in you, Furball. Not even the same league as you. Guess I really overestimated myself. Hey, Furball. I mean, Amaterasu. I've made up my mind. If you're Shiranu Reborn, that means you can master all 13 techniques, right? In that case, I think I'll tag along until I'm as good as you. Lucky you. I've got fleas. It's no use trying to change my mind. There's no stopping me once I've made a decision. But enough about me. Now that you've mastered the Power Slash, you can cut down that thing Sakya was talking about. Let's go back and give it a shot. Alright. Piece of cake, man. Oh, they closed the door behind me. Trying to lock me in here, huh? We'll see about that. Oops. I accidentally cut the tree down, too. And the lamps. Hey-ya! Holy shit. Well, that's one way to make you feel powerful. What the? Where'd they come from? Ah, whatever. Draw first and ask questions later, right? You know, the divine instrument you have in your bag? Well, press the square button and use it against them. Deal. Hi-ya! Look, Amy, once you've caught them off guard and turned them black and white, they're pretty easy prey for your brush, no matter how nasty they are. Sliced them in half. Huh, huh, huh. Sayonara! Get out of here. And turn them into flowers. Piece of cake. Who else wants some? Bring it. Amaterasu don't mess around. Uh-oh. More helpless saps. Oops. Hey-yaw! Oops, I missed. There we go. Oh yeah, if you expend all your ink, you revert back into a normal wolf temporarily. Then once it recharges, you turn back. It's kind of cool. Kind of like the loading screens because they're interactive. It's fun. So far, we're still just in the tutorial, essentially. But once we get out of here, the game starts to open up and become a little bit more like less linear. There's a lot of optional things that you can do in this game as well. Tons of optional quests. Alright. Hi-ya! Boom! God, that's beautiful. Artwork is so amazing in this game. I love that cel-shaded kind of comic book kind of look mixed with the traditional Japanese art style. Looks so good. Wow, the village's been restored. Sakya came through big time. She really was protecting the village. But I sure wish I could have spent some more time here in her kimono. If you know what I mean. Little bug's a pervert. But seriously, with monsters running around and all, the village could still be in danger. Let's go see how they're all doing down there. Dun dun dun. Alrighty. Let's go check it out. Statue man. What in the world? I don't remember there being a statue here. Well, whatever. Let's go talk to the villagers. He is one of the villagers. What has happened here? Alright, well, that's the tutorial. And the overly long intro. Lots of backstory to remember. But anyways, we will pick this up next video, and we'll find out what happened to the villagers.